Hey, cousins. Shout out to all of my cousins. Y'all are active as always, getting into my content. I appreciate it. I also appreciate the cousin who gave me some constructive criticism. I will take all of that into consideration, but I will also like to push back on one thing. I give Jay Cargill a lot of hell. I do. So you have to listen to the podcast fully, especially when Jade is on TV and she's talking like, girl, we gonna do I get in her ass, okay? Appreciate you for the constructive criticism. I love a good critique because all it's going to do is make me better. So if anybody got critiques or they got ideas or they feel like something's off or I say something, please do not hesitate to respectfully get in the comments and give me your critique or your ideas. Another thing, I posted in the community tab podcast suggestions. Okay, I said give me your top 5 podcasts. So what I would like is for you to give me your top 5 podcasts. Okay, and your suggestions on pro wrestling for Black and POC. Because I don't see enough of y'all outside of the usual. So I'm looking for the girlies. I'm looking for it, because I like seeing it and it give me ideas and stuff to talk about. Okay, with that being said, you see the banner. Charlotte Flair, the most decorated female WWE superstar in, you know, modern era, period, has won another accolade. And I'm not really sure if this is a good one. If anything, this is more indicative of the fan base of pro wrestling. Okay. The term that's been going around a lot is let's have a real discussion and enter the person or whatever situation you having a real discussion about. And I'm sitting here like, well, I've been having the discussions and, you know, a lot of people aren't interested in those type of discussions. That's why I put them on the Patreon or something like that. Or when they're here, they're not really getting the heat and the fever that they deserve because it's a real discussion. So we going to have a real discussion about the fan base while we're talking about this accolade that Charlotte Flair has picked up. And the accolade is she is the WWE star that receives the most online abuse. She has won the top spot. And it's really sad and it's super indicative of the audience. So this is from Cryptomaniacs. Never heard of the place, went over there. Basically, they're deep and steeped in the crypto world. Information, how did this data get collected? Data collection period from the April 30th, 2024 to April 30th, 2025. So we got a full calendar year. Of all the sports featured in our study, we found wrestlers face the highest level of online abuse from fans. When it came to wrestlers, women were significantly more likely to be targeted than men, with the top 5 most targeted athletes all being females. According to their study, WWE superstar Charlotte Flair not only faced more online harassment than any other wrestler, but also the most of any athlete in our study with a staggering 36.4% negativity rating in their sample. Flair was closely followed by fellow WWE superstar Nia Jax, who has been outspoken in the past regarding poor treatment from fans. Rounding out the top 5 were Mercedes Moné, former AEW and WWE star Saraya, and Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox shocks me, okay? Because the most I know about Tegan Knox is she got them knees made of fucking Fabergé eggs, but I don't understand why else would you be riled up about her? Whatever. All of which would have topped any other category in our study, highlighting the extreme levels of abuse and harassment female wrestlers face from fans. Other highly targeted people include WWE CM Punk, Jade Cargill, and former NXT star Cora Jade, along with rival company AEW stars Chris Jericho and the Young Bucks. While it's important to consider some wrestlers who portray bad guys or heels on screen may receive online harassment due to their TV character action, several major WWE stars has publicly spoken about abuse or threatening behavior from fans both online and in person. So they talk about NBA stars. They also did one for Premier League and football players, soccer that receive a lot of abuse, NFL players that receive the most online abuse as well. For the NFL, Patrick Mahomes won that spot. Travis Kelsey's number 2. Tyreek Hill's number 3. Jalen Hurts is number 4. Lamar Jackson is number 5. For the football, Marcus Rashford, Trent Alexander-Arnold's number 2. Erling Haaland's 3. Bukayo Saka is 4. Harry Maguire is 5. For what is this? This is there, and they also have more. Cristiano Ronaldo topped out top 5 too on the football. So let's dig into the WWE, just in case anybody was like, they ain't talking about nobody. No, they did a really extensive pool. Oh, for NBA players, Kevin Durant's number 1, LeBron James is 2, Draymond Green is 3, Russell Westbrook is 4, and Ben Simmons is 5. Um, I'm really confused about Russell Westbrook. What does he do that upsets people where they let's get into it. This is more indicative of the wrestling fan base. Anybody ever seen the movie Low Down Dirty Shame with Ken Ivory Wayans and Jada Pinkett? Classic. Go find it, get into it. I own it or whatever. So there's a part where her and Ken Wayans is on the phone, and that's that famous clip where she's like, "Girl, let me tell you," and she was like, "Oh, that part." Okay, so Jada Pinkett was out doing an errand or a situation that Shane wanted her to do. While she was out there doing that, she ran into the star of said soap opera. And she walked up to him and he was like, "Hi, you want an autograph?" And she was like, "No, you did such and such and such and such," and proceeded to punch the man in the face. That is essentially what is going on here. If you ever watch Dark Side of the Ring, and they talk about the old territories and how the fans were so rabid and confused because these guys were working so good that they would be pulling guns and trying to shoot and kill other people or rival, opponents to said, wrestler. Okay, all of that's good and understanding, but we're in 2025. We are light years ahead of the 70s and stuff like that. I want to talk about me specifically when it comes to Charlotte Flair. If I haven't said this before, Charlotte Flair is a bitch I love to boo. I love, she comes in, she commands the room. Anytime she does something, it's big. It seems like a big fight feel. She's always in the title picture. That is Charlotte's character. I thought that was understood. I see Charlotte is getting tired of that because people are confusing Charlotte with Ashley Flair. And that was the article. Things that are coming into her lexicon as a character is coming from real life situations for Ashley Flair, right? A lot of times you all say, specifically Hulk Hogan, well, what he did will never negate what he's done for the business. But it trumps what he's done for the business to the point where I can't look at Hulk Hogan because it's not just the racism. It's a series of events over 40 years that has put him in the position he's in, right? But Hulk Hogan is not on this list. And I'll tell you who the rest is on the list as well. Okay? This is indicative of the fan base. The online people who are faceless and no name, and they get in the comments and they just go and eat and eat and eat. I call her Mother Bone. Listen, specifically because when she came back, that she looks bony, and I get it is because she's exercised and no fat is on her. She's super lean, and it's a lot. I think she could use a little more fat on her, but other than that, that is all the reason why I call her that. Okay. I also did a podcast on the Patreon where I discussed the plastic surgery. It is a bit much because even Natty, literally, her mouth looks like a cat's mouth. The plastic surgery has gone too far for a lot of pro wrestler or Hollywood in general. Okay. And you have to understand that there's a lot of young people watching. Not that that is their thing to worry about, because no one goes into business to be a role model. But pro wrestlers do like it when kids look up to them and want to emulate them. So you have to be mindful with all this past. Charlotte does not look the way she looked when she started. It's not just a natural age progression, like Mickey James, for instance. Okay. But when I'm on Charlotte Flair's Instagram and she giving me the clothes and she's being personable in herself, I do not sit there and troll this woman and dog her out. I'm giving her flowers. I'm enjoying her outside of the ring. And then again, I don't troll nobody on the internet, no way, except for like other regular people. I don't troll famous people. Like, I troll other dummies on the internet. So I'm not even going to hold you on that. So this is really a testament to online, where you have Liv Morgan being accosted and almost attacked at her home, where you have Seth and Becky being robbed, and people in the airports feeling like they should have carte blanche, and to the wrestlers. These are failed para relationships. What's para? I'm in a relationship with you and you don't even know it, and you don't even know me. It's a distant relationship that a lot of the audience is confused about, and it's not children. It's grown ass people. It's grown ass men. Bianca Belair came back last night at Saturday Night Main Event. Beautiful. The girl didn't even say nothing. I go over there. Everybody's just like, "Oh, she looked fabulous." It's probably about majority males. I don't know why she back. It's stupid. This is stupid. Look at her. Look. Somebody said on the podcast I was watching, you gotta be really like hateful to just hate on women knowing they attractive, and that's the main reason why you hate them, is because you're turned on and you're never gonna be able to fuck them. I hate those fucking mufflers, by the way. Okay, it is literally early in the morning. Anyway, let me tell you what the top 15 will round out. Charlotte Flair's 1, Nia Jax 2, Mercedes Moné's 3. Mercedes has been getting so much heat because she's the belt collector. It's insane. Because she negotiated her contract and got the most money. It's crazy. Nia Jax, she says a lot of dumb shit and comes off as a bitch, but her returns have been fabulous. I'm not even knocking it. And her Instagram, she dressing, she wearing her clothes, face beat all the time, never declines, beautiful. But that online persona she got opens it up. Saraya, everyone goes at Saraya because of her past indiscretions. Other than that, and she's really outspoken. Other than that, I'm not really sure why Saraya gets the hate she gets. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tegan Knox, I already told you, I'm confused. Her knees is what pissed me off, but I'm not really sure why Tegan Knox gets the hate and trolled. CM Punk, okay, we know, right? Chris Jericho and that whole learning tree really took a lot of people out. Cora Jade just got off of being let go, and when she got on Mandy Rose' show, I think that really amped up the trolling, especially when she said, "I'm about to do this OnlyFans. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say." Yeah, the Young Bucks always hear how terrible they are. Always hear how they go into business for themselves. Always heard the Young Bucks were terrible since AEW. Because when the Young Bucks was over there on Ring of Honor, or the Young Bucks was over there on the House of Glory, I never heard none of this. Always singing their praises y'all was doing. Jade Cargill, do we have to even get into it? She's magnificent looking black woman, right? Some people feel like she's being handed something she didn't work for. I think the fact that Jay Cargill is married well, a whole millionaire, 10 times over, and chooses to be in this abusive business says more about Jade than it says about any of you. And I take and tip my hat off to Jay Cargill because she don't have to do it. John Moxley, listen. When he was in WWE, Vince had a leash on John Moxley. When John Moxley went to AEW, it was cute for the first half, but this last go round, it's a bit much. Troll him, look. he has some type of pain fetish, and AEW feeds into it, and so does the crowd. Alexa Bliss, that one podcaster who's like 5 feet tall and his cat is died, he be going crazy. When he made the comment that she wrestles as if she's not good in bed, always running her down, whoop de whoop de whoop, it's nonstop. Alexa Bliss has a very large um fan base, and she has a large fan base of men who really goon after her. And this was one thing why I didn't like the whole pigtail stuff and the Lolita situation she's always put in, because she's a tiny woman. It feeds into that fetishization as well. Will Ospreay, yeah. Yeah, people think he ain't as good as they say. I listen, I watch a real Ospreay match. It's very, very choreographed. Britt Baker, again, she started out, everybody was down for Britt. Now, toward the end, they claim she's a locker room bully, whoop de whoop de whoop. None of this is like corroborated or factual. We just going by hearsay. Now Britt Baker's in the woods. We waiting to see what she gonna do. Ricochet brings the online heat to him. That is his character right now. Prior to that, even when Ricochet was a happy-go-lucky face, y'all was eating his ass up. Natalya, again, Natalia just gets trolled because she's Natty, and she tries her best. She never really gets the just due and the respect she deserves. And I'm not even going to knock that. Natty is giving. She helps everyone. And that's been since Total Divas, when they had her literally be the mother hen of the show. But I will say that plastic surgery is eating her ass up. And last on the list, they got Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella, fucking John Cena, getting breast implants, leaning into her sexuality. You know, everyone feels like she was given something she shouldn't have had, her and her sister. And, you know, even now, her curtness and her way of handling trolls and stuff only inflames them. It only inflames them. I would love to see this next year, because next year I guarantee we will see Bianca Belair on there. I want to see if Rhea Ripley makes the list, right? I would love to see what other new people would make this list, because the trolling is at an all-time high and it's insane. It is beyond just talking about character work and wrestling. People are going into the personals, and this is why, and I'm gonna leave it here, why I say someone like Charlotte Flair, like all of them, should have their personal page and they should have their persona page. Ashley Flair should have her page. Charlotte Flair should have her page. Okay? Nia Jax should have her page. Lana Falani should have her page. Mercedes Moné have her page. Mercedes Renato have her page, and so forth and so on. As long as the is one page with all of the information, all of the personal stuff going on, it's going to continue to be a problem. I'm shocked Bailey's not up here either. I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all. Y'all get in the comments and tell me what you think about this. Later.